Okay, so quickly introduce yourself.
Yeah, hi, my name is Satish Balu Gaikwad. I'm basically from Shirdi, Maharashtra. Currently, I'm living in Hyderabad. So I'm working in Crop Data Service Private Limited. In that company, I'm working as a Java developer, and I'm developing the REST APIs, and I know Spring Boot, uh, Data JPA, MySQL, Oracle, and MongoDB. Yeah, that's about me.
How much experience do you have?
I have 3 year experience.
3 years.
Yes,
So in 3 years, how many project you have done?
I'm completed 4 project.
For project as of now.
Yeah, as of now.
Can you please explain your latest project?
So my latest project is a unified app is there. Uh, it's a billing generation project. So basically, in my company we are working in some agri product.
Okay.
So my project is a connect the smaller scale of the farmer, and we uh, uh, we can sell his product into international market and give.
So do you have an idea
Uh,
about Spring Boot annotations? What are you are using while creating a project?
Yeah, I know. Annotation like we are used to when we are generating the entity. Entity nothing but it is connecting to the database. Entity is the same like that structure of the database table. So in there we use some annotation like entity at the rate data, at the rate no argument construction, at the rate all argument constructor, like a table, and some getter setters annotation we use as a entity or model class level. After that we generate uh, repository class, a repository interface. So in there we can use one annotation like @repository. So @repository we can use to he give to some functionality to communicate to a JPA repository, and he have some multiple methods are there.
Hmm.
Inbuilt method
Okay.
are is there. So using this we can store get the data and store the data.
Okay.
After
Okay.
that, uh,
Okay. Fine enough.
yeah,
Uh, let's start some of the core concept. Like, do you have a awareness about collection?
yeah, I know the collections.
Okay, what is the concurrent hash map and what is the use of it?
So concurrent hash map and
What is the concurrent hash map and what is the use of it?
concurrent hash map we can use to whenever we want to store data as a key value pair. That time we can use to hash map concept generally. So concurrent hash map is thread shape.
Okay.
Sorry, yeah.
So when we are getting the concurrent modification exception, in which situation?
I don't know about that.
Okay. Share your screen. I have some questions for you.
Entire screen, no? Share.
Okay, open the notepad. You have to write one code like how to create REST endpoint. Okay, so for that we have to write a code like we have to pass the method like REST endpoint one ID, and based on the ID you have to return the employee details. So write one API for that. You are in mute.
Now I am in audible.
Yeah,
Yeah, okay. Can I write directly controller or a controller service
yeah,
get all I need to
just
write?
controller I want.
Okay. So I'll be rate get mapping. So here pass pass ID. Even here. Service. Right. Equal to is what to get student ID plus the yeah, that's it.
But
Hello?
we have to send here a status as a OK, not just a student object. We have to send the student object with a status also. 200.
Status also.
Yeah.
Yeah. So status is okay using using like a response
Response entity.
response entity using we can send the status code also, sir.
Yeah, write those also.
Response entity response entity entity. Dot, dot. Here one method is there. So using this we can send the object and status code in
Okay.
return type. I'm unable to recollect now this method.
Okay. Response dot okay, and in the okay you can send the
Uh,
your
response dot
object.
okay and yeah,
In the okay method you can write experience.
mm, like a student I think.
Okay. Do you think this method will take the ID,
Which method?
get a student ID, if you call with
Yeah,
the
it will,
REST API?
yeah. See, here I call the service.
Okay.
So in firstly I pass the in when I call the ID, so it get the dynamically ID by here,
But how?
and
You have
using
just written the
using
integer ID. So how it will know, like you have to pass the value this one only.
huh,
Anything required
here,
like path variable, path param, path request,
yeah, yeah. At the rate path variable is required. At the rate path variable. Using at the rate path variable, it will take the ID.
and you have written the gate mapping. That is also not good. Gate will
Using get
start
mapping.
with capital G.
Yeah, yes.
You have given slash ID. That is also not good. Slash you have to give outside.
Yeah,
Okay.
yes,
Okay. Open your Eclipse or STS, whatever.
yes.
Write one code like I will give one string. On this string, whatever the character we have, those frequency I want.
Frequency.
Yeah, character frequency.
Character frequency. Frequency कैसे write करते हैं? कैसे write करते हैं? Frequency.
Frequency means I will tell you. No issue.
Okay.
Okay. Here you can write main method. Inside this method, you can write one string s equal to abc ab.
ABC. AB.
Yeah. So you have to
Yeah.
print a is how many times involved in this string? A two times,
Or yes, yes,
B two times, but
yes.
C one times. So you have to
One
print like
time.
okay, A is two times, B is two times, C is one times, like that. That is the frequency of character.
Oh, okay. Or- Uh, using this I equal to 0 e dot length.
Are you able to read?
I'm trying to do, sir.
Okay, how you can do? Just give me a brief idea.
So firstly, I take one list.
Okay,
So in after that, I write one for loop. In that for loop, I can uh, give, give to using this. I pass the all string value one by one in the this list.
okay,
And after that I get list one by one, and I match if another for loop if it is a match, then I print this count.
okay. In that case, you can take the help of the string also. You can do like s dot caret of I. You can read from that also.
Yeah,
So I need is a list. If you put the list again, you have to read, compare everything. So what is the use of
yeah,
that list? Okay,
yeah.
do one
This is
thing.
also.
Do
Hmm.
one thing. Let's write one code for find the factorial. We have a one number n equal to 5. Remove this. N equal to 5, and you have to find the factorial of that number.
To real that number मैं तो ऐसा प्रोग्राम किया ही नहीं. Sorry, uh,
You know what is factorial?
yeah, can factor. I don't know. I forget about this number.
Factorial means whatever the numbers I have given,
It's
you have to
plus
multiply those number up to 1. Like 5 multiply, 4 multiply, 3 multiply, 2 multiply 1. And the combinations of those, that is called a factorial number, 120. So 5 factorial is
120,
120.
120. Okay. Start. It's int I is equal to 1. I less than yes. I plus plus. So here, what is the चल रहा है look? Int equal to 0 to firstly नहीं sorry. Fact equal to yes sir is into what's the sum?
Can you explain how it will work?
Yeah, 1 minute. So in this for currently is coming only the 20.
You have to multiply 1, multiply 2, multiply 3, multiply. So write fact equal to fact multiply I, not S.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And if you keep fact equal to 0 and if you multiply with any number, it will become 0 only. So fact should be 1. And 1 to 5 you have to go. But in this case, you are going up to 4 only. So this is the 4 factorial.
Right. Isn't it equal? Yeah,
Yeah, correct. So you have to practice some logical questions. That is enough. Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Let me ask some other questions related to the Spring Boot. What is the use of component scans, annotations in a Spring Boot?
Component scan annotation we can use to run the mm, uh, business logics.
Okay.
Uh, in JPA level, we can use to iterate component scan method. Uh,
Okay. How we can connect our Spring Boot applications with database?
what?
Which database you know?
I know Oracle, MySQL,
So
MongoDB.
how MySQL you are connecting with the your Spring Boot project?
So first, I need to add a MySQL dependency in form.xml.
Okay.
So after that, I need to add a JPA JPA dependency also.
Okay.
In after in application dot property, I need to configure my uh, database. Like I need to give username, password, uh, like database name,
Database
uh,
you.
database URL.
Yeah.
So using this,
Yes.
we configure the database.
Okay. What is the difference between controller and REST controller?
Controller we can use generally the MVC architecture. It does not contain JSON response. So we can use REST controller when we use to RESTful services in our application. So it's contain the response JSON.
Okay,
Yeah,
so what is
it's a
the
main.
JSON or XML?
JSON is take the value as a key value pair
Okay.
in using yeah, and I don't know about the how to use XML.
XML is like a parent-child tag based
Yeah,
value we are
yeah,
giving.
we need to give some tag like it's the same like some HTML tag.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Next questions I have like, do you have idea about like in the while creating a REST controller API,
Yes.
how we can enable or disable the JSON or XML request data type?
No, I don't know about that really.
Okay, when we are going to take get method or post method or put method.
Get method we can use to uh, get the data in the database purpose. We can use to get method.
Okay,
Uh, it not it and post method we can use to store the data in the database.
okay.
Yeah, put method we can use to update the data. Delete method we can use to delete the data purpose. And one method is a patch is there. So in patch or put method have a one difference. The put method using put method we can update the whole JSON,
Okay.
and using patch method we can update the only the required JSON body. This is a difference of the patch and put method.
What is the service and component annotations and when we are using it?
Uh, Service annotation we can service and component annotation is both are we used to the perform the business logic in our REST call.
Okay.
No. So no, component.
Do you have idea about database query?
Yeah, I have idea about database query.
Okay, how we can write inner join query if you have a two table, one is a student and one is department.
So their inner join is depends on the ID base. If I want to get two tables data, so if their foreign key must be the required. Using foreign key, we can get another table data.
Without foreign key, we don't want to get. We can't get it.
Inner join we cannot get without foreign key. It must be required.
So what is the difference between inner join or outer join?
Outer join, I think without giving the foreign key, we can get the data.
Write a script for that in your notepad. Inner join or outer join code.
I will
Open the
select.
notepad. Yeah, fine.
Star from student. Yes. Merge. Merge. Join. Department. Department. D. X. X. Yes. Dot. Yes. ID. Equal to D. Dot. Yes. ID. Here. D. Dot. Yes. ID equal to 1. It's inner join.
Why you are writing where dot sid equal to 1?
So yeah, I'm passing the data one. So
Okay.
it's a present in both table, like student ID. I'm getting the firstly student ID one data. So after that, I getting a department also. He have student one ID there. Using this, we can fetch the both table data.
Okay. You have written department DH. What is the use of H
Uh,
here? Department
as
DH.
as or some uh, as is he's a man he's a checking checking purpose we can use.
As we are using for the aliasing the particular variable name. Alias
Yes,
name. Here
yes,
you have to write on, not as.
on, yeah, yes, on,
Okay.
yes,
So this is the one joint query you can say.
yes.
Okay. Fine. Okay. So Oracle or MySQL. Any NoSQL database?
No, no, I know MongoDB something little.
Okay.
Hmm.
In UI side, do you know HTML, CSS, JavaScript,
Yes, I know HTML, CSS.
React, Angular,
I know some idea about the Flutter technology.
front-end technology?
Flutter.
Okay. How internal hash map will work? Can you explain it?
Internal hash map works using the hash code method.
Okay.
Yeah, no, hash code method using its its work. So it's uh,
No idea.
yeah. At that time I forget.
Okay, fine. So what you have to do is try to focus on core Java. Okay.
Yes,
And in the core Java, like what are the important concept we have, like based on the collections. Okay, because you have to tell what are the internal hash map, what are the hash map, concurrent modulation
yeah,
exceptions. This is very important right now. Okay,
yeah,
so focus on that and also prepared for the OOPS concept. I have not asked yet, but you have to prepare for that and
yeah,
go with the exception handling also.
yes,
Okay, and focus on
yeah.
core Java first. Once it is completed, then after you can focus on the Spring Boot. Okay,
Okay,
because most of the
okay.
questions we are asking related to the core Java only, and then after
Yeah.
Spring. Okay.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
those area and also write a code because your coding
Yeah.
skills is little bit not good. Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
You have to be practice in the coding. That is good.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
then after know about like what is the UI, how it will work little bit. Okay.
Yeah.
And REST endpoint you have written that is correct, but little bit mistake you have done. Okay.
Yeah.
So practice
Yes.
once. Okay. Like how to
Yes.
write those things also.
Yeah.
And whatever the annotations are available inside the Spring Boot, please don't forget to prepare it about it. Like what is the exactly use of it? I ask you like
Yes.
what is the component scan? So
Yeah.
component scan is basically used to scan the particular external what package.
Yeah.
So if in the sub package there is not available, then it will scan some other package. That time you can give that.